Hey everybody, welcome to Homestead Love. I'm Danielle, and today we're going to talk medicinal tinctures. I am going to dumb this down as far as I can. I've been doing tinctures for 10 years. I want to dumb this down for you so that anybody can do it without having to do a whole butt ton of research on what you need to put into your tincture, what it's for, yada yada yada. Because when you do your own tinctures, you need to have a lot of research done. You need to research the side effects. You need to find out what it's going to treat. You want to decide what you have to go into it. There's actually quite a bit that goes into making tinctures. But the way I'm going to show you today, you don't need to worry about that quite as much. So, today we're going to start off with some raspberry leaf tincture. And I'm using herbal tea to make my tincture. Now, on the box, it says herbal power supports healthy menstruation tones and the uterus. It gives you exactly what it's for on the box. Tells you preparation directions, all of that jazz. Now we're going to take this. What is a tincture? You might be wondering. Some people don't know. I learned about tinctures, like I said, 10 years ago, and I started making them right away. And the first tincture I ever made was a catnip tincture. And it turned out really well. Catnip, if you don't know, is a sedative. So it's a sleep aid when you make it into a tincture like that. But this is exactly how simple this is. I think I'm going to use 3. But a tincture is to make the potency of something like this, where it's used to treat things and just help and aid a little bit. We're going to take the potency and we're going to maximize it. Now, for tinctures, you can use like a glycerin based tincture, you can use alcohol, or you can use like vinegar, like apple cider vinegar. I've never tried the vinegar thing because I literally hate the taste of vinegar. I think I'm gonna use 4 in here. So that's not something that I'm gonna be doing. But I also feel like alcohol does the best job of taking all the goodness out of what's in these little bags and making it as potent as possible. I feel like it does the best job. You need to have 80 proof or higher. For those of you overseas, that's a 40% alcohol. But all I did was I took 4 bags. This is a 4-ounce container. I took 4 tea bags. I put them in there, and I'm going to top it off with vodka here. You want to make sure that you're working with a nice clean container, that there's nothing on it, and all of that. And that's it. That's all I do for now. I take it, I put it in here. So raspberry leaf. Here we are, and you can go by and you can shake it a couple times and whatever, but you want to keep this in your pantry where it's dark, away from the sun, in a nice steady temperature. So we now have raspberry leaf, and that one's all ready to go. Now I have this sampler pack that I found. I really like this brand of tea. They are, they've got all the qualifications of the certified organic situation, and it has a clear list of ingredients of what is in it. Now that's really important when you're doing a tea, and I'm going to tell you why right here. So I have this organic chamomile tea, and if I look at it, on the box, where did I find it at? There's ingredients. And it literally says ingredients, here it is, 100% chamomile. That's it. That's all that's in these. So here's another chamomile. This one says chamomile blend. So we really need to be cautious about that, because on this one, ingredients include chamomile, spearmint, rose petal, lemongrass, hibiscus, blackberry leaf, peppermint, lemon balm, licorice, turmeric, and natural flavors. I don't know what natural flavors are, so I wouldn't make this one into a tincture because I don't know what else in there. I honestly prefer to grow my own. I mean, I know there's nothing on them that shouldn't be there, any of that. Now, this is a gut punch tincture. This is my favorite tincture to make. It's incredibly important. When I had the cove thing, this is what I took. I drank tea and I took the tincture, and it kicked its butt because echinacea is an immune booster, as well as elderberry. Elderberry is renowned for colds and flus and stuff like that. Elderberry is really, really good for you. So you want to kick in the butt to your immune system, echinacea plus elderberry. Alright, so let's get this one started. I'm going to do 4 again. These, typically you want to pack the jar, and you would want to do like, well, if it's dried, you want to do at least 3 parts to 1 part. 3 parts plant to 1 part alcohol. Yeah, but it's not an exact science. But see how there's not a whole lot in there? So that's why I'm using 4, and I'm basically doubling the potency of tea, if not more. Now, tinctures take 4 to 6 weeks to brew. I like to leave them for this full 6 weeks. Now, after that 6 weeks, do I have to come strain it out and put it into my little jars? No, not necessarily. You can leave it in there, and you can leave the plant matter in there until you're ready to use it. No big deal. So let's get this echinacea plus elderberry done, because this is something that I needed a week ago and I didn't have it. But honestly, this is a great way to stock up your medicine cabinet with preps. You got medicinal preps, and you'll know how to use them. That's the other thing, especially if you make them yourself. So yeah, there's our echinacea plus elderberry. I'm gonna have to go through and label all these when I'm done. Mother's milk. So this one, it has more than just promoting lactation for benefits, but you would have to look up fennel and fenugreek to see what kinds of benefits they have. I already know, but and I'll put some screenshots up here with benefits of all these different teas and all the different things that are in the teas. Yeah, so that you know. But one of the things that really caught me, and it triggered something in my brain, if you're having trouble with loss of taste, I highly recommend this tea, because fenugreek is shown to help when you have loss of taste. So I definitely I would give that a try. It's the only thing I've ever heard of that is supposed to help to restore that. So maybe give it a shot, and I don't know if I would go tea form for that. I think I would definitely do a tincture with more potency. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this one as well. And we're going to do 4 of these in the 4 ounce. Yeah, like I say, it's not an exact science, and I know a lot of people need recipes, so I'm going to put a recipe in the description so that you can have something to look at, because I'm not a person. I use the recipes, even in cooking, as a guideline, and I never follow it to a T. I always change it. Usually I change ingredients and make it my own. But this, using herbal teas, is the best way that I have found to quickly prep medicinal tinctures. And to make it easy so you have instructions on how to use them and when to use them and all of that. I'm kind of the grab it by the balls and learn it type of person, and I know not a lot of people are like that. They're leery. Oh, I'm gonna do something wrong, blah blah blah. Just wishy-washy. People are wishy-washy, and I'm not like that. So I'm not scared to try new things. I'm not scared to try to make something that's a fail, you know. Herbal cold and flu. So like, okay, these ones, this one's really cool. It's a seasonal sampler, and I honestly, if you're gonna do it, buy this tea pack, because okay, it comes with 4 of the Breathe Easy, and in the Breathe Easy is eucalyptus mint. Uh, 4 of the herbal cold care, which is elderflower. So there's elderflower spice in there. Elderflower is an elderflower, and then spice is the cinnamon. There's cinnamon in it. And then throat care, which is slippery elm. So that's a really, really good one to get, because you get 4 different teas in one sample pack, and it really kind of covers your bases. So like, okay, I have respiratory, I'm going to do the Breathe Easy. Okay, I just have a cold, I'm going to do the herbal cold care. Oh, I have a sore throat, throat care. Makes life really easy when you're trying to stock your medicinal cabinet, especially if you want to use natural cures. So oh yeah, and then there's another Echinacea Plus in this one. This Echinacea Plus is Echinacea Plus Spearmint. So that'll have a lot of different benefits for you as well. So we're going to make all of these, and then I think I just have one more in the tea that I'm going to make, and then I'm going to show you how to do a tincture using freshly harvested herbs. So let's get going on this, and I'll that way we can get you moving on the onto the next thing here. Throat care. Okay, we're gonna keep the throat care, one of these with the container so that I know what it is. Because I gotta go through and label everything. Labeling is important, and I would definitely, when I label it with how to use it, how much to take, all of that jazz. Typically on the tea boxes it says you're gonna do 2 to 3 cups a day. Okay, so as far as tincture goes, I would say twice a day, morning and night, I would take. So yeah, that's something to think about, because you're not going to remember down the road how often, what the dosage is supposed to be, all of that jazz. You really have to use your discretion on that kind of stuff. There's really no set dosages for this kind of stuff. It's funny because years ago I bought this cold medicine. It was an all-natural cold medicine. I bought it over the counter, and it's an echinacea cold care. All-natural cold care is echinacea. And so when I found this, I was like, oh, that's awesome, because it was a kid's one. So the kids could take it, which was great. Last one I'm doing here of the tea is this organic chamomile. I'm definitely going to do that. If you're wondering why I'm doing a chamomile, it's because chamomile is an anti-inflammatory and a pain reliever. So much like ibuprofen. So I'm going to make this one more potent, and I'm putting 6 tea bags in there because I want it to be nice and strong for my medicine cabinet. This is one I take actually quite a bit because I have a stomach ulcer, so it's better for me than taking, say, ibuprofen that is literally going to rip my stomach up. So that is that. Now let's head outside and get some catnip, and we're going to make a catnip tincture as well. So I'm going to get my clean jar, and we'll head out and start collecting some catnip. Alright guys, let's get our catnip. We only want the leaves, we don't want the stems. Get the stems is not a huge big deal, but... And I decided not to put it in my clean jar. I'm going to put it in here so that I can clean it off when we get it next. You want to rinse your material real good and make sure that you don't have any other organic matter that you do not want in there. You know, bugs or anything like that, you don't want that in there. Catnip smells like a skunk. Does not smell good. It also doesn't taste good. So, fair warning, if your bitter's in. Typically, you would want to do this before it flowered, which I have an entire plant down here that hasn't flowered, so I'm going to make sure that I get all of this one because I don't want to a little more of that potency. Okay. Oh, there's some other ones too. Cool. I'm gonna get just a little bit more and then I think we'll be good. And we're just gonna cut them. This knife is not sharp. Okay. This one will turn green. Big time green. And that's how you do just a raw tincture. In 4 to 6 weeks, I'll put it in my bottles. I'll label my bottles with directions and keep them in a nice, probably my pantry in the basement, because you really want to keep these at a steady temperature so they don't start to break down. And you don't want the sun to get to them, which is why I do the amber bottles. You can do the amber or the blue cobalt ones. Either ones work great, or you can tint your own bottles. There's lots of options for that. I'm not going to make you stick around and watch me finish up all this tedious work. But I do recommend that you make all of these and you put them in your medicine cabinet. And that way, if anything ever happens where you can't get a hold of the medicine that you need, you have some medicinal stuff in your cupboard that you can use instead. Especially like the chamomile. That's a painkiller. I also highly recommend, if you're in an SHTF situation, catnip tincture. It's going to be very hard to sleep, and this is one of the best sleep aids that I have found thus far. It really does help you sleep. The chamomile will help to knock you out too, because it's also a sedative. But the catnip, 30 minutes before bed, and you're going to sleep like a baby. So I just wanted to share this. I really felt led to bring you this video. I felt like it was really important to share this information because I haven't seen anybody else using tea to make tinctures, and I feel like it's a really valid option that people should be doing, especially people who are trying to prep and want to have all the things for that just in case scenario. Or for people who like natural medicine. I like to have them on the homestead here. I think it's a great option for when the kids aren't feeling good, or for when I'm not feeling good, instead of having to run to the store and grab something over the counter. Like, I don't live an hour out in my homestead. We're an urban homestead, so it's not a long drive for me to run to the pharmacy to grab some NSAIDs or whatever. So yeah, this is a really good option for people, and it really dumbs it down and simplifies it so that you don't have to do millions of hours of research to get what you need. Now, if you want to store this long term, I would get some Everclear or something that is higher than 80% or 80 proof. I would get 100 proof. I would get some Everclear or something like that, and it would store. But the 80 proof will store for a very, very long time. I'm not going to give you time restraints because I have no idea. I'm not sure how long it takes before things start breaking down in these. but the alcohol is one of the best preservatives for it, and it will keep it good for the longest. So definitely something to think about. I would definitely use this. I understand a lot of people don't want to give their kids alcohol. That's where the glycerin comes into play. You can use glycerin, you can use apple cider vinegar, like I said, but they are not going to pull as much of the potency out of the plants as alcohol does. Alcohol does a very, very good job at it. Now, another option is you can use wine to make these as well. Like if you make your own wine, you can make your own wine, and you can do it with wine as well. There's really, the possibilities are endless, and this is a really good way to start off learning to do tinctures, to start off using them to see how your body reacts with them, to do all the different things. I really enjoy tinctures. I feel like they work better for me, but my body has really bad reactions to antibiotics and any kind of over-the-counter anything. My body doesn't like it, and I have a lot of allergies to medicines. So for me, this is a really, really valid option. But I wanted to bring this to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would like you to share it with all your friends. Hit that like and subscribe. Again, I'm Danielle. This is Homestead Love, and thanks for watching.